Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6. Now today we're going to be playing as Indonesia as Gitarja on the True Start Location East Asia map. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about why we're doing this. So basically there has been a little bit of a problem with Civilization 6 since the patch came out. And that problem is that the whole spawn location thing has been a bit messed up, so we're probably only going to be playing TSL games from here until the next patch because of those spawning issues. I don't feel like I feel like they damage the gameplay too much, and so I'm just gonna not play non-TSL games, or rather I'm only going to play TSL games in Civ 6 just to avoid that issue. I don't want to have to, get 5 episodes into a game and then discover that, 4 of the AI spawned like within 10 tiles of each other, and that's why the game is messed up. So we're going to just play TSL games from here until the next patch, probably well into spring next year. And we're going to be playing as Gitarja. So we will be playing with the standard rule set on Deity difficulty, with an ancient era start, with a regular standard game speed, with 7 city-states with the True Start Location East Asia. I would actually like if there were more city-states in here, but 7 will do. I would have liked 9. We also will be going for every difficulty here will be available. I haven't quite decided how we're going to try to win the game, and we have the regular 6, the 6 usual suspects that you would expect. Now let's talk about Gitarja's bonuses. So the very first bonus is that she gets the Exalted Goddess of 3 Worlds. So naval units can be purchased with faith, religious units pay no movement to embark or disembark, and +2 faith to city centres that are adjacent to coast or lake tiles. So first of all, getting +2 faith basically guarantees that you get a pantheon, first pantheon, if you are Gitarja, as well as getting the ability to purchase naval units with faith, considering you're already getting faith for free out of your city zones. That's crazy. Additionally, they get coast and lake tiles provide a minor adjacency bonus. This is the Great Nusantara, which is they provide a minor adjacency to Holy Site Campus and Industrial Zone and Theatre Square districts. That means for every 2 pieces of coastline you have on a tile, you get +1 yield on those 4 districts. They also get +1 amenity from entertainment to each entertainment complex adjacent to a coast or lake tile. And they get the Jong, which is a unique naval era unit, a unique naval unit, and they get the Kampungs, a unique improvement. And we'll go in and we'll talk about those a little bit. This is a pretty strong bonus, in my opinion. It's a pretty well-rounded, it'll help you for a religious game, for a science game, and for a culture game, as well as potentially even a domination game, because you can use the faith to purchase naval units no matter what. So let's go in here and let's look up the Jong. So the Indonesian unique medieval era naval unit that replaces the frigate. Formation units inherit all escorts, movement speed, and +5 combat strength within a formation. Pretty strong unit. I think it has the same combat strength as the frigate, but it's available earlier in the civic tree, and you can get +5 combat strength by having a unit linked up with it. So I believe it appears somewhere around here, mercenaries or something. Yeah, mercenaries. Here it is, the Jong. So you can get it pretty early when you compare that to how much sites you might need to get, for example, to get the frigate, which would usually be over here in square rigging. Although that is a pretty rushable tech, I will say that. And then finally we have the Kampungs, which is the most broken of all the upgrades. This unlocks the builder ability, construct a Kampung, unique to Indonesia, which is +1 production, +1 housing, +1 food for each available adjacent fishing boat, and additional production, housing, and tourism as you advance through the eras. So this is a pretty damn strong tile improvement that's available on the water. Now, so where are we starting? We are starting right here. We need to identify a couple of important points here. Where is my unique improvement? And I believe it is here at shipbuilding. So we're going to want to probably go down this tree. We would need to ask ourselves, are we going to try to get a religion? And the answer to that is maybe. We're going to settle in place here. I think we're in range of 3. We're in range of 3 resources on the coast, so I think it's worth to settle in place. That's a lot of fishing boat adjacency that we can get for our kampungs. Now, I have actually played a little bit of a game like this. I think I definitely am not going to go for a domination victory. I think that takes way too long and it's too much work. We might do something like... I'm tempted to go for a culture victory. I think you could do some pretty interesting things with the kampungs and a culture victory as Majapahit. So we're probably going to go down that route. So the very first thing, part of me is tempted to pick up the monument first, because there's not really a whole lot else we can do here. Getting a builder out at this stage in the game doesn't really help us, so I'm going to go monument first. Because we're on a very small island, so there's no point getting any units. And I'm tempted to go for a... religion. No, you know what? I'm going to skip a religion this game. I've made my decision. I think I'm going to skip the religion this game. I'm just going to live with my pantheon. Religions are pretty good, but I'm going to skip it. I'll skip it. Although, I do need to get to the harbor. I really need fishing, though. And you kind of need... If you're going to go for a religion, you kind of need to unlock the holy site straight away. You can't really, like, go for something and then something else, you know? Do I want to go for this? That's a really hard question. I mean, I could get extra culture from it. I could get a pretty good religion and it would help me a lot in a culture game. But you know what? I think I'm going to go sailing first. Let's ignore religion this game. I'm going to ignore religion this game and just use our faith for naturalists in the late game. Progress towards foreign trade is boosted, that's good. We're also getting a fast monument which will allow us to do some good stuff there. Just going to explore whatever tiles I can with this warrior. Okay, the city grew, although we don't really have any production tiles to work just yet. I am tempted to purchase a production tile here. Perhaps I will wait. Once I have 50 gold, I might purchase a production tile. That way I'll have 2 production tiles, which should make up for this relatively weak start. So next turn, I think I'm going to buy a tile here. And get these working. Like so. So now we have 2 food, 2 production on 2 tiles. Excellent. So that's it. We've more or less explored the entire area around here. Okay, there we go. We unlock the galley, the fishing boat, and allowing builders to embark. So importantly here, the big change is that we can faith purchase galleys. So it could be worth it actually to pick up a holy site or 2. But I think what I'm going to do is just not do that and instead... Well, I am going to go this way for celestial navigation. Is there something I want to pick up on the way? I could pick up quarries and improve my 2 mines here. And get a fish farm. That would be good, actually. Or get a regular farm, rather. So perhaps I will go... I'll grab mining now. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip... I think I'm going to skip religion this game. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Even if I do have faith on my tiles... Oh, I forgot to show yield icons. Even if I do have faith here and here, those will mostly be used to purchase boats as well. Okay, I'm going to choose my pantheon. I could go for a faith generation pantheon here. For example, +1 faith from tiles with charming or better appeal. If I go here, you can see there's a lot of appeal to be had from that. Let's see. I think +1 production from fishing boats could also be a useful one. Seems like a pretty big no-brainer to me. Yeah, I think I'll take production from fishing boats. It just seems like the best move here, as we will be getting fishing boats in the near future.
That is best.
Okay, we just got Code of Laws. I'm going to slap in the +1 production in cities and the double experience for recon units. We already have a pantheon, so that's a huge advantage for us. So, I would like, since we're going for a culture victory, I would like to get drama and poetry unlocked early. So I might go up into that fast and see if we can get one online quickly. Let's go ahead, and I would like to get a galley, but I also want to get a builder. I think I'll go builder, then galley. Because then I can slot in the 100% production towards naval units. Okay, we unlock the quarry and the mine alongside the chopping and harvesting of woods and copper. So what do we want to do next? A granary could be useful because my capital has hit its growth limit. Mainly just clicking through our turns here. There we go. There's foreign trade, that's +2 gold, ancient and classical era naval units, and having traders. Now I do know there is a city-state not too far from here. So we dropped a farm there, that'll speed up our growth. And we just unlocked foreign trade, so I will slot in maritime industries. And then I will grab a galley in 4 turns. I might build 2 galleys and use them as like a scouting pair. Go up here, get those upgraded. How long until you grow to that? Not too long. Can I purchase the other one? Okay, I already have the other one. Build these 2. I'm going to need another builder here after these 2 galleys. So, I think it makes sense here to pick up. I do want to reveal iron, and there's a few things I want to reveal. I want to get harbors, and do I really want harbors? Yeah, I do. I want harbors up, and I want those other things, whatever they're called, theater squares, up. So let me go ahead, and I think I'm going to get working on astrology now. What's going to help me? What's going to help me right now? Well, I could start building kampungs. Maybe. Maybe we'll see. For now, I think I'm going to work on... Yeah, I think I would actually like to get shipbuilding, so I'll get started on that because I'm going to be building 2 galleys, right? Yeah, I think that's worthwhile. So Stonehenge was just built and an unmet player has been defeated. Getting the extra housing would be amazing, so I might drop a fishing boat here. Let's grab a second galley and we can start exploring. I happen to know for a fact that there's a city-state over here and then another one like way up to the right. Go there. Okay, we dropped a fishing boat on that tile. That tile is definitely worth working in my opinion. 2 food, 1 production, 1 gold and 1 faith. It's a pretty good yield. And it will give us another room for a housing. So people will be able to grow our city another little bit. We got the boost for craftsmanship, which is quite nice. Okay, we got the boost for shipbuilding. It's a pretty nice boost. Let me also, I would like to pick up a second builder here. I do have the tiles to improve. I'd like to pick up a second builder. I'd like to pick up a trader. And I'd like to start picking up settlers. So I think I'm going to do builder first. I also want that granary. Although I think you can kind of get away with not building granaries as Indonesia thanks to the kampung. So we found Bandar Brunei and we were the first to find them, so we will get an envoy with them. It's an extra chunk of gold which we can use to purchase things. Speaking of purchasing, what could we purchase soon? Nothing really. We could possibly purchase a trader, and then he would pay, if we purchase the first trader, he could pay himself back pretty quick. There's an encampment here we want to deal with. Okay, we've got a builder coming out. That's exactly what we want, so we can improve this. The reason I'm moving these guys together is because the barbarians often spawn quadriremes as the early game unit, which are very difficult to deal with a single galley. In fact, a single galley will lose even if you have the plus combat strength locked in, as far as I can tell. Okay. Let's get the other one of these online. I'm going to... I think it's time to start picking up settlers. Maybe I could hard build the trader, or I could purchase it and then trade with Bandar Brunei. Oh, it's a hard choice here. I could also pick up the granary, which would give me more growth. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up the granary. I'm going to purchase the trader, and then I'll start building settlers once I have the settler policy locked in. Okay, I think that's the most efficient way to do it. Head up over this way. We'll drop a fishing boat here, and that's a boost for celestial navigation, which is nice. That tile's definitely worth working as far as I can tell. Then go get that online there. Now we do want to be able to chop jungle. So we're going to want to pick up bronze working here, because we want our theater square to go right on this tile. So we want to be able to chop. So we're going to be settling a lot of cities in this game on the water. We need to also find other players. That's an important part of the tourism victory. But that's not as important until we're actually generating tourism. As far as I can tell. Okay, we got early empire. So let's pick up the plus 50% production towards settlers. And we will leave the maritime industries plugged in. So we will finish the granary in one turn. We will get another boost on this tile. The granary is really good for building settlers because it often helps you mitigate how many... I think this is the coastline of Australia, Northern Australia. It lets you mitigate how many... what's the word I'm looking for here? How many population you're losing from growth, right? Now the question is, do I go Kampong here, or do I go and chop this? I think Kampong is actually better. So we'll put you in the water in anticipation of building Kampungs. Then we will start building this settler. Lots of places to settle around here, which I'm quite happy about. Okay, you just hold there for a few turns. I'm going to put you to sleep. Let's bring you guys back to escort. We're also going to be able to get quadriremes here. I think I will maybe build a couple of quadriremes to start clearing some of these barb camps. I think that would be a reasonable thing to do. Plus, I think they upgrade to Jongs later, which I could use to conquer some cities if an AI becomes a problem. Alright, so we're going to link these guys up. We're going to want to make sure our guys don't get ganked on the way. So I think it's absolutely worthwhile to lock in the growth tile here to maximize how much food we're getting, to make sure that we keep our population up nice and high as we're building settlers here. You guys need to wait one turn. There we go. We just finished shipbuilding,
Imagine any condition
which unlocks the Kampong and the quadrireme. So let's have a look. Where's our first city going to be? There's a decent city here on the rice. And then I could do like commercial hub, theater square, harbor. Alright, I'm going to settle on the rice and it'll get me the fish nice and early, which is quite good. Make sure I keep you guys nice and safe. Looks like people are killing the city-states. When there's only 7 on the map, you know, it seems a bit silly to do so, but you know, it's not my right to tell them to stop. Do a little bit of exploration over here. So I do need to meet AIs here soon, so I might send these guys up to do that. Just because I need to know where they are in the tech tree and in the victory condition, right? So I happen to know that the Khmer are up in this direction. Okay, we're about to settle here. And there it is. And then we will purchase, because we have the cash, I'm tempted to purchase a builder here to get this city up and running faster. Then I want you to build a monument to get me through the tech tree a little bit quicker. Okay, I want you to come back to the city to escort. We'll head up this way to try and find the Khmer and Japan and so on and so forth. I think China's up there too. India's the other way. In fact, I'm going to send one of you guys to go find India and the rest to go find the others. Okay, I'm going to get a quadrireme here. And then I may purchase a galley, and then that'll make like another hit squad. So, tempted to settle on that spot there. That spot appeals to me quite a bit. And I'll kind of explain it. So if I settle here, I can do commercial hub, theater square, harbor, and get, you know, really good adjacency bonuses, as well as having plenty of fish to work nearby. So we'll go get this fish online. Now that fish tile is incredible for you. I'm going to purchase here to get this second fish tile up because I want the city to be robust and quick growing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna invest a little bit of my cash here in the early game to get it running nice and smoothly. And then I'll probably be tempted to maybe purchase another tile and throw down a Kampung, but I might just do this and then bring this builder tile over, bring this builder over to get this fish online for this city. Okay, there's the Khmer. He settled Angkor Wat right there. That's an interesting place to settle it. So somebody built the Hanging Gardens. Alrighty. Get up onto there. Next turn. So I'm trying to get to drama and poetry earlier than I normally would, so that I can start a theater square earlier than I normally would, because I want to try that out, because other people are already generating great people in that area. Now I probably could have gone for a religion, but I decided against it. I'm going to just like maybe see if I can trade someone and get their religious passively going in my empire. Okay, hell yeah, I'll take this deal. Yeah, I'll take your gold. That gold is going to be immensely useful in being able to purchase builders, purchase tiles, all that good stuff. So I'm going to settle right here in Tuban. Then I want to get that builder over to that fish tile. Let's see, I could do it a couple of kampungs over here, so I would maybe like a builder. Oh, I forgot to wake this builder up. Well, we can't actually even work this kampung, so I might bring this builder over, and that way this guy gets 2 build charges as well. So we're heading up this way to find China and Japan, and we're heading this way to find India and Scythia. Okay, you just hold there. Very good, very good. Okay, so we're going to drop the fishing boat here for this city. That will give you a nice boost. And then I'm going to run over here and drop a kampung for you as well. I'm trying to distribute my infrastructure here to get these cities up and running nice and quickly. A nice little island out in the Indian Ocean or wherever this is. I can't remember what this is called. So I am going to be able to snake past his city there. Okay, we built a quadrireme. And I will faith purchase a galley as well. So let me push you out. And then this is a decent navy to keep me nice and safe. I have 2 turns until bronze working and 4 turns until drama and poetry. I was going to purchase a trader. I'm going to hard build the trader now. And I'm going to be sending this to Bandar Brunei so that I can have more cash to be able to purchase important resources and stuff like that. Okay, there's Halong Bay. That gave me a boost for astrology, which is nice. A little bit of science there. It's not much, but I mean, I am only making like 7 science per turn. Let's take a quick peek at the overall placements here. So he's already making like 30 science and a decent amount of tourism, as well as his military score being quite a bit ahead of mine. Okay, I should be able to do good work here. We want to get our theater square in our capital up as soon as possible. Okay, we met China, very good. I'm going to bring these guys out this way because I know for a fact there is another city-state up here. And I want to go meet them. I'm going to drop a kampung here. And that tile is definitely workable later. But most importantly, it gives this city an extra housing, which will mean it'll reach its growth potential a little bit quicker. Or rather, it won't hit its growth potential cap as quick.
Bronze is the mirror of
Okay, we just got encampments. Iron, and I got this because I wanted to be able to chop jungles to put my theater square on this tile. It looks like things are syncing up pretty nicely for me here. So we're going to head up here, we're going to grab Celestial Navigation because the harbour is going to be where the majority of our gold comes from on this map. But the majority of our science is going to come from just our population in general. Okay, we found Japan. It's an honor to meet you. I'm going to actually do delegations to people. I keep forgetting to do that. As expensive as it is, it does help prevent them from just randomly declaring war on you, which means you don't get to trade with them. Okay, we met Scythia as well. I'll send them a delegation to keep them happy. Now we just need to meet India. I think India and... yeah, just India, I think. Okay, I actually can't get past Hong Kong, but I did meet Japan anyway, so that's fine. That trireme can come back to guard my waters. Your delegation is most welcome.
I don't believe in astrology. All the world's a stage.
So we just got drama and poetry, and that's synced up perfectly here. I'm going to trade with... do I want Buddhism? Let's ask that question. Allows the construction of meeting houses. Don't care about Buddhism. Don't care about any of these religions, to be honest. None of them really affect me. So I'm going to be trading with Bandar Brunei because it's +5 gold. And that gold is going to be immensely useful. I'm going to look to sell an amenity here. Even though it's my only copy of that amenity, I think it's worth doing. So we're going to head up to political philosophy now. We need to get our government. I believe Kandy is down here somewhere. Maybe down here a little bit. Okay, let's drop the theater square on this tile with the +3 adjacency. That'll take 9 turns. We are -1 amenity in our capital now, which is not ideal, but it does net me a lot of gold. It hurts me in other areas, but it nets me a lot of gold, which is nice. Okay, keep exploring up this way. How can your people attain The divine without examples of divinity. I don't know, it's a good question. Okay, let's do a few more turns here. Trying to find this city-state. I'm going to give them slightly longer orders now. Okay, there we go. We got the boost for political philosophy. We're only missing state workforce, which we should be able to pick up in a reasonable amount of time.
Without craftsmanship.
Okay, that's all fine here. Let's have a look at the Great People generation. So they're making 2 per turn, 1 per turn, 1 per turn. So I'm not that far behind in the generation of Great People. Okay, Galley, I'm going to put you on Auto Explore. I'm going to put the 2 original galleys on Auto Explore, I think. Just to, like, stop me from having to interact with them. I could possibly conquer, like, Hong Kong or something with them. Or possibly even Angkor Wat. I mean, I could almost certainly conquer Angkor Wat with them. With the navy that I have right now. Let me just check that. That could have been a play I made, actually. I should have thought about that. Ah, well, rip this boat. It happens. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I could almost certainly kill him with the navy that I have right now. I don't know if I'll do that. I could kill one of his cities at least, so I just lost a boat due to bad luck. Okay, we get celestial navigation. Very good. That means we have our basic infrastructure unlocked. We're not going to be building many watermills in my empire because we are very coastally oriented. I think that being able to get plantation amenities online would be quite useful, particularly because I have one over here. In fact, it may warrant purchasing a builder and then next turn purchasing the dyes to go get that. We got 3 cities relatively quickly, but we're going to go get more after this theater square is done. Okay, you got your basic infrastructure up. I think theater square right on this marsh would have been what I wanted to do. And I need to wait 2 turns before I can clear that. That didn't line up as nicely as I'd hoped, unfortunately. Builders are going to be very important for me this game in terms of how my empire develops. So I'm going to be picking up, I think, more builders. I'll put some turns into it. I'll just put you on Auto Explore, and then I'll keep these 2 as my hit squad. Open borders? Sure thing. Nice and friendly. Develop a good relationship with all the AIs if you can. Okay, we got the boost for state workforce, which sped this up a little bit. I don't need to get any of this yet. Let's go in here and pick up more settlers. Gonna see if I can explore up this way. Mahabodhi Temple has been built. We have the Hanging Gardens and plantations and the clearing of marsh. So the clearing of marsh is important for this city because we will be dropping a theater square right here. Okay, what are important things for me to get to? Well, I think as a culture game, getting to radio is pretty important, and getting to flight is pretty important because it allows tourism that are improvements that give you culture, give you tourism. Computers are pretty important as well. Writing is an important technology if we have great works of writing, so I might head up that way. Let's see. I'll pick up some of the basics. Do printing. I could do some like naval conquest with just a little bit of faith I have. If I went for fast caravels, I could purchase caravels, especially if I dropped a couple of harbors. They're very rushable, and I could do a lot of damage with them. take cities on the coast. I could take this city, I could take this city. But I think I want to try and win the game without a war. I think something about winning without war kind of appeals to me. I'm going to pick up some of the basics here. And then I'll head up to machinery. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll just queue up a couple of things and then I'll kind of come back. I think I'm maybe getting a little bit ahead of myself. We still haven't even settled, even a quarter of the cities we're planning on settling. Okay, so I'm going to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support the channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, though, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.